morning from Montreal. So do you sometimes wonder how can you possibly organize yourself with the time you have? There's no time to organize. I know I'm like that. I just feel like being, spontaneous and winging it, and it just doesn't work long term. And I know that, but it's just, anyways, we're going to talk about that in a second. But first, this. My name is Jean-Serge Gagnon. I help entrepreneurs like you generate residual income from digital course strategies. And I'm out here on my balcony. As you can see, the sun is rising. I actually set up a light because it was too dark yesterday when I did my live. I just figured it'd be good to have a bit of a light, even though it's not that great a light and you see shadows when I'm doing this. But it's, it's just organizing things that I'm actually working on right now. And one of the things that stops me from organizing is, well, first, I'm a procrastinator, right? So I don't know if you can relate, but procrastination is one of the things that really will, it's not good. I know it's not good, but at the same time, I always feel like, well, you know what? I'm good enough to be spontaneous, to do things without really planning ahead, to just do it. At least I get something done, right? And that's the feeling of getting something done is better than getting nothing done, right? But what if it's not the best thing you could be doing? What if it's not the most beneficial thing, the most financially valid thing, right? What if that's not really what you should be doing today, right? What if you should be doing something else? But because you never planned, you don't really know that you're not doing the right thing or what the best thing would be, right? So how do you do that? How do you plan? How do you organize? How do you organize your business so that you move forward in the right direction, the right way, right? I don't know all the ways to do it, but I know what I'm doing right now, and maybe that'll help you. So that when you're building a business, there's lots of things to learn, right? I mean, if you're building online, it's specific things to online business building, and then there's social media, strategies and learning how to build on social media, what things to do, what things not to do. Hey, Michelle, thanks so much for watching. Sorry about the background noise, sir. And Kev is there too. Thank you so much. So, to organize, like I said, there's a whole bunch of different ways to do that, right? And if you're a procrastinator like me, you're procrastinating doing that. You're just, I don't need to. At least I'm doing this. I'm doing that. That's better than doing nothing. But you know what? I'm not sure yet because, obviously I'm a procrastinator, so it took me a long time to even think of organizing. But the thing is that's what I'm doing now. Hey, Paul, thanks so much for watching. So I'm starting to organize it. But the first thing you got to do to organize your business, what you need to do, what you need to be doing, is you have to know what it is that you need to be doing, right? And of course, you get that knowledge by following leaders, by learning from them, by seeing what they do, by reading books that talk about what you need to do to build a business online, right? All these different things, you'll learn what needs to be done. But until you put in place, put in practice the things that they teach, it's really just a hobby, right? It's really just entertainment, right? Learning things like watching a TV show or movie or whatever, right? But once you know the things, you should organize them. So what do I mean by that? So for me, what I'm doing right now is I'm actually using little stick-it notes, and I'm writing down little things, all the different little things that need to be done. Like, I need to figure out my avatar. I need to decide my target market. I need to find the thing that I want to sell, what I want to focus on. I need to know what the one thing is. I need to create a funnel. I need to create an opt-in form. I need to create an email list. I need to create my first 5 emails, like Russell Brunson talks about your soap opera sequence, right? I need to do that. I need to start thinking about Seinfeld emails. There's a ton of stuff. It's all on my wall, and the way I'm doing it is, you can do it by just writing these things in a journal, on a piece of paper, and then the thing is organize them in the right sequence that makes sense to you, that makes sense to what you're trying to accomplish, right? And putting it on the piece of paper, that's the thing. You might write something then and then want to reorganize it in a certain sequence. That's why I love stick-it notes. Because with stick-it notes, you write just a little thing, right? The little topic, the little task, if you will, which could be a day task, a week task, you know, whatever you want to do. And then I just put those on the wall, right? I put those on the wall, and then I try to organize them. And then if they're not organized right, I just move them, which is the coolest thing about these stick-it notes, right? You can move things around, and then you have your way of organizing your stuff. So now once you have your organization set up, then you can start taking action on the items, and you should, in theory, you should be doing it in the sequence that you document it, because typically your task number 2, for example, won't really have any meaning until you finish your task number 1. Task number 10 won't matter until task 9 is done, etc. Right? And by putting them on little stick-it notes, it makes it, like I said, makes it easy to organize them the right way. And it doesn't mean you have to do it that sequence. Obviously, what's important is getting everything done and starting to get some income, right? But if you organize them and follow your sequence, you're going to get results, right? You're going to start to see results, and that's what we all need. We all need results. Hey, Rebecca, thanks so much for watching. You know, getting results. You got to get results. With results, it's a snowball effect, right? Things are going to get better. You're going to get more results. You're going to get more encouraged. You're going to get more confidence. Things are going to happen. By the way, that noise is a train that's coming by. I don't know if you can see it right there, but it's just like right about there where my finger is. I don't know if I can, right there is the train track. That's what we just heard a second ago. But anyways, yeah, so organize your stuff in a way that makes sense to what you're trying to accomplish. It's kind of like putting together a plan, but I'm talking about a lot more basic than that. Just use stick-it notes and put them on the wall and then organize them in the sequence that makes sense. Then you're going to have a plan. Now you can then transfer it to paper if you want, but you know, whatever works for you. But that's what you got to do, and that's what I'm doing. And I'm actually going to show you over the next couple of weeks my order of things and what I put on my wall and how I'm putting things together and where I'm going. And you're going to be able to follow along my journey. You're going to be able to see the results I'm getting, and hopefully you're going to be getting results too if you follow the same similar system. All right. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and if you think anybody needs to hear this message, then please go ahead and share. I'm sure they'd appreciate it, and I would too. So until next time, my name is Jean-Serge Gagnon, and this was Course Income Secrets. We'll see you next time.